Hey, good morning. Warm welcome to MCA Men's T20 Interstate Championship 2025. What a game we have today. KL is taking on Johor for the third and fourth spot. This has been a great tournament. And along with me, Mr. Ramesh Menon on my left, and two captains, Shahadat Ramli and Said Aziz. And Said Aziz will be tossing the coin. Heads it is. Heads it is. And is pumped up. Ramli is very happy. Hey,
Yes.
happy to see that you're laughing and you're happy about the toss win. What's the plan?
Yeah, we want to bet first. Same direction that we have planned before this. This weekend is good for betting, and we just want to enjoy this last match.
Any targets in your mind?
We are looking same as I said before. We're looking for the 10 runs for overs. We're looking for 200 because this is come for our players that we need to aggressive for the T20 right now.
200. 10 is 200. Wish you good luck.
Thank you.
Let's have a few words with Said Aziz, the captain of Kuala Lumpur. Assalamu alaikum, Said Aziz. And they have won the toss. They say 200 they can put on that total. What is your counter strategy?
Look, I think in the morning there'll be a bit of dew in play, and then I feel the wicket is a bit wet. So we try to bowl well in the power play and restrict them, not giving any runs in the power play, so that we can, get to some reasonable total that we can chase in the second innings.
And an important question. What is your say on the previous game? That was very tough, and you were about to reach the finals. Just missed. What happened? Tell us.
Yeah, look, I think the rain gods was not on our side on that day, and some things is not controllable. So I thought we as a team played really well in the first innings. I thought if the game would have gone on and we went on to put some decent score, but it's unfortunate we can't control certain things, and it happens in the game of cricket.
That's the spirit, man. Wish you good luck for this game.
Thank you.
And here in the middle, Johor have won the toss and elected to bat first. I'll join you from the comment box. Thank you so much.
Good morning and welcome everyone to MCN's T20 Championship 2025 in for a cracking morning here. It is the decider for the third place in this tournament, and while the trophy may be going somewhere else, but it is Johor taking on Johor. This is going to be all about pride, bragging rights, and definitely about finishing the tournament on a high. Teams have played some outstanding cricket throughout this competition, and definitely they'll want to leave their heads held high. Just a while ago, I looked at the toss, and Amin was at the center with the two. The toss took place was Johor who had won it, and they decided. And you can see which has been very true. Ball just initially comes very nice to the bat, and in a game where the scoreboard pressure can be a huge factor, Shadat Ramli from Johor once just set that commanding total first up so that Kuala Lumpur just comes out with the target in mind. Runs on the board in a big ball that is just a little just argue against, and Johor is being led by a very experienced Mohammad Shadat Ramli, while Kuala Lumpur are under the air side disease. It looks like it's taking the new ball as well. At the moment, the sun is out, the stage is definitely set, and things are looking good for an exciting contest of cricket. Across the tournament, if I just give you guys a recap, standout performers. Hassan Ahmed from Selangor has been the absolute run with 200 runs already, followed closely by Abdul from Sarawak, and of course Mudita Lakshan from Perak, not so far behind with 219. With the it is Prashant Madhukar Selangor leading the bowling charge with 16 wickets, and Pita from has kept the race quite interesting with just 13 wickets. So with that, at the moment, the two batters are ready for first ball. Side Aziz has slip in play, and Aziz running in for that first ball, attacking the off stump, and it's a dot to begin. So that the first ball is done. We have already started this contest, and happy to welcome the adversary adding the combo. Morning, Amin. The team side is getting that in swing going very early on up against siding Ahmed Zubaidi and the man synonymous with Johor Gulrez. Good field delivery, tried to the offside, but you got a gap, so that will be another dot. So, I mean, how do you defend this call from the captain of the family? Are you happy with
Quite, yeah, quite positive. Thank you. Wonderful introduction. Abrar, thank you. And the family is like he's in rock solid form, and he's a very positive man. I like his attitude, and even in his cricketing career, that's one run while we're talking and looking to score one, and it's a dot ball from Ahmed Zubaidi. They have a solid opening partnership here. Ahmed Zubaidi and Gulrais, two amazing batters. While talking about Shahadat Ramli, the captain of Johor, is very optimistic. Wanted to score 10 runs in an over, 200 target. Very straightforward.
yes, runs on the board winning, but it is never going to be easy with the way Said Aziz is bowling. And with that, there is another dot ball. So it got to be a very good over. And of course, the two batters have come with intention to score runs, perhaps some other ideas. Oh, that is lovely. Well played. Up in just a couple of bounces, enough legs to take it all the way to the boundary. But a good looking shot of intent just get Ahmed Zubaidi going. So 2 runs from the over and lost a wicket.
This is a solid start for Kuala Lumpur, and was asking during the toss. Saeed Aziz, the captain of Kuala Lumpur, what is his counter attack for Shahadat Ramli's 200 target? He's looking to score. Very straightforward answer from him, saying that he is going to use the conditions early in the morning. He'll get us. The pitch really supports him, and also the weather conditions will help him to swing the ball. That's what happened exactly. Walk the talk. That is Saeed Aziz for you guys. 2 runs only given in his first over, and what an initiative! He took the ball himself and ready to fight the opponent. A beautiful over, 2 runs, and he'll be furious because the last game he lost by margins.
From the other end, now and Shabir, he's a who likes to bowl wicket to wicket as well. I think the tone should be set early on, especially this part. The bowling side needs to pick up a wicket or two. On the other hand, the batters are also looking to go at him. So this is really exciting contest. That Arsenal Shabir bowls us, and you can see that he's always bringing the ball into the right. That is good cricket, exciting cricket, running between the wickets already, looking like it's very good here. And that is of top deliveries can play a cluster of them. So with that, already it's turning out to be another good over. The captain side is looking proactive out there. Oh, beautiful delivery with the arm coming in. And Ahmed Subaidi who has to walk back to the pavilion. This is a fantastic start for Kuala. First up, the ball was handed to the left arm spinner, and he hasn't he? Big moment. Beautiful incoming delivery. That arm ball from Arsenal Shabir is always so dangerous, and he's picked up the very dangerous Ahmed Zubaidi in his first over. And with that, Kuala Lumpur are definitely roaring in this game. And now in comes Hassan Masood. He will have his work cut off here.
It's a solid start by Kuala Lumpur, and what a good wicket. They saved 20 to 30 runs easily. But picking up that wicket, full credit goes to Arslan. He's been phenomenal in the opening overs. Most of the time, the strategy is one pace and one spinner. And Saeed is never shy to bring the left arm, a T20 specialist, Arslan Shabir. And most of the time, he bowls wonderful spell.
And now there is a left-hander out there in the mix, so this can change things up quite interestingly. He's batting with Gulrez and Hassan Masood, one of the other batters who's really lit up the tournament, is now facing the confident Arslan Shabir. Good length delivery, played nicely off the front foot, and it's another dot delivery.
What a tournament this has been, Abrar. Two groups, 5 teams each, and they reduced to 6 teams for fighting for third and fourth and finals. And the last 4 teams are like Perak, Selangor, Kuala Lumpur, and Johor. And today, Kuala Lumpur is taking on Johor for the third and fourth spot. And in the afternoon, 2 p.m., we have Perak is taking on Selangor. That is a big, big game. And to mention, Perak has been like undisputed in this tournament. They are like playing like they are from some different planets.
I am in with you. And just when I want to make a point here, side disease to continue starts off with the dot. And I have to say that the Malaysia Cricket Association have done a fantastic job in post. I say this because it's not just about the cricket over the last week, it's about the number of exciting names that is coming up through the ranks. And I have to say that the future of Malaysia cricket is very good hands. There has been some standout performances, and with that, we'll be very happy that they're producing such great talent. On the other hand, the ever so experienced has produced. But you're right about the team so far. So many teams are so balanced, and that is why we have to say that really giving chance for the youngsters to just play with that experienced campaigners as well.
Single to Gulreis is playing very cautiously. Naturally, is very aggressive, but understands the situation. The condition is like a little bit slightly advantageous to the bowlers initially. So it's very important for the top order bat to analyze the situation and to react accordingly. They cannot simply throw the bat in all the games. That is not cricket. So they understand that if the overs passed by, they can score in the back end of the game.
Yes, and so far, Side Disease has kept things very quiet with his medium paces. His part the other end, Arsenal has picked up a wicket as well, and that's really putting on a little bit of pressure on Johor here.
Okay, that's has been sensational. Said Aziz since morning. Look at the figures, Abrar. Simply outstanding, isn't it?
Yes, I mean the medium pace hold in the right areas and really getting that swing going as well. So far, he's fighting the conditions very well. We know that in ovals sometimes a little bit of help early on for the faster bowlers. Side Disease is experienced enough to exploit all of the benefits. And that occasion, once again, you can sense that he's disappointed, but this is some great bowling from Side Disease. Just one run in his over, and Lahore is not quite all that they were hoping for.
3 overs done, 4 for 1, and Johor needs a lot of things to be done in the rear end of the game. And most probably they'll be looking to charge the left arm spinner Arslan Shabir in this over. That's my guess. Arslan is in, and amazing figure, 1 for 1. Look at the shot. The ball goes up, and someone catches it, and someone is underneath. What a, oh my goodness! That was a huge miss. That was a huge miss. Look at that catchable ball. Patro, El Deepak Kumar. Super duper frustrated. Captain is not happy at all because we need that breakthrough. Very good bowling. That's a big swing from Gulreis again, one more time. He's taking the ball away from the right hander. Bowling against Gulreis is not a joke. It's a very dangerous batter. Hardly misses the ball. This is wide called by umpire because Arslan doesn't want to bowl anything on his arc, anything inside the length to the stump. No, Gulreis is very dangerous, so he's keeping it outside the off stump. Look at that. Look at that. This is really good thinking from the left arm spinner, keeping it super tight. 3 balls done. Definitely Gulreis, not a happy man. He's not the player who you're seeing now. Look at that. Look at that. Full marks to Arslan. The way he drags the ball backwards and not giving enough timing for the batters to take on. Beautiful bowling. This is this is very good batting. He's not hitting it in the gap, but he is trying his best. And look at the line and length. It's totally amazing. Different lines and lengths. And the ball goes to the mid off, maybe one run, and 100 marks to 10 out of 10 to Arslan Shabir. The way he bowled this over, because strategically the batters were very furious to hit him outside the park, especially Gulrez. But the way he came back and bowled, the consistent line and length, confusing the batter, that is Arslan something special. He is a very solid T20 prospect. In one of the games, he scored 90 runs and scored 7 sixes, 10 plus fours. Saeed Aziz is back to bowl his third over. Things are going super good for Kuala Lumpur. What do you think, Abrar? What do you think about the run rate?
Yes, Sidersis is coming to bowl his third over on the trot and starts off with a slow ball here. And you're right to mention 4 overs, 8 runs, and a wicket. That is an exceptional start. I think Kuala Lumpur will be very delighted. And we have to give credit to both these bowlers. They've kept things very simple, but it has been highly effective. We know that Gulrez and Hassan Masood like to go after the bowling, and at the moment, they've definitely kept the batters guessing. So with that, we can see that Syed Aziz is mixing it up quite nicely. And even when he's able to pierce the gap, it's only gone to that fielder in the deep. So quite the start that Kuala Lumpur would have wanted. On the other hand, I think Johor will be very disappointed.
Yeah, it's absolutely fantastically supportive for the bowlers, and this pitch is working wonders in the morning. And the weather is not super hot here, like typically lower than the usual morning sunlight. So the moisture in the air really helping Syed Aziz to bring the ball back in and moving it outside, and the pitch is itself like giving some purchase to the bowlers, and really good for Kuala Lumpur.
Yes, I mean, I think for Kuala Lumpur, the blueprint quite from here will be very simple. They have already applied a lot of pressure with the ball in hand. And from here, I think the best thing for them will be to just sustain that pressure. And from here, they have to keep it more quiet. A wicket will help. It's up in the air, and luckily, just away from the fielder inside the circle. And would you believe it? Quite disappointing in the end for Kuala Lumpur. That has rolled away all the way to the boundary. So, plenty of things already happening out there. And this is what pressure can do.
Not a happy captain at all. Look at the face of Saeed Aziz here. Look, this is an easy stop, very easy stop, and you put extra efforts in doing so. That is illogical to stop the ball. You can easily stop by running itself. No need to slide down and put the ball away from the. He's totally furious. Look at that, Saeed Aziz. He was screaming at the fielder, and no captain likes it. How do you feel about if somebody misfields easy one to the boundary? Is it you feel really frustrated, something like that?
Yes, especially because that was such a good delivery. I think Hassan Masood was taken by a surprise. And once again, a leading edge on that occasion, but he's living very dangerously. This time, a much better effort from third man, and that will be eventually kept to a couple of runs. And you're right to mention sometimes when you're applying so much of pressure and runs are not quite coming for the batters, it is important for the fielders to really step up and maintain that extraordinary bowling effort from the captain. Because this is exactly what the batters are trying to do. They're just trying to sneak in a boundary here and there and just trying to get a move on. And with that, another good delivery. It's a dot, but you really have to hope that Kuala Lumpur can step up in that aspect of the fielding because at the moment, after the completion of 5 overs in this power play, the score for Johor is just 15 with a loss of one. And this is why I mentioned that the fielding needs to be very good, and they have to continue applying the pressure because this game is a T20 and we know that there is not enough time for you to recover from your mistakes.
Without that four, the score would have been like just 11 runs of one run, one wicket. And even though the four is given, the run rate is super low, just 3 runs in 5 overs, which is quite unusual for Johor. Because with the likes of Gulreis and the batter who got out, Ahmed Zubaidi, they put a great show every single time they get in, and this is something like unusual.
And once again, Gulres starts by attacking Arsalan. He doesn't pick up a boundary. It is good enough for a couple of runs. But we have to say that it has been all discipline from the two opening bowlers for Kuala Lumpur. Arsalan, before this delivery, just conceded five in his first couple of overs. And I have to give credit to the captain of Kuala Lumpur's side. This is for maintaining with himself and Arsalan here. Because so far they've been so accurate that the batters haven't really quite picked up the boundaries. On that occasion, another dot. So these are the deliveries that can really mount some pressure.
So wonderful bowling. Rightly said, Arslan has been exceptionally well today. With the left arm orthodox, but he is confusing the batters with different angles, different lengths. One run to the deep, easy pickings for Golders. This is not going to harm Kuala Lumpur at any way. Just 1 runs and 2 runs. Boundaries and sixes, yes, but full credit goes to Said Aziz and Arslan. The way they are pulling the things down for Johor.
I'm very happy to see that they're also taking a little bit of an extra time to just get that fielder in that right position as well. And with that, Arsalan is coming round the wicket to the left hander, trying to cramp him up, and he does that exceptionally well one more time. So it's a single, and Gulrez will be back on strike.
And this is an interesting tournament, Abrar. The top five batters from both the groups, they all are above 200 runs. And fifth place is Hassan Masood, and he is 202 runs scored in this tournament. And the number one is Hasnain Ahmed, the off spinner, scored 269 runs, and that's about 250s and hundreds, 100 in his innings.
Yes, in this tournament, we've seen some exceptional batting performances, you're right to mention. And of course, Hasnan Ahmed has lit up this tournament with his century, and Mudita Lakshan as well. He's picked up two centuries. In T20 cricket, you're often happy with one, and in just one tournament, he's gotten two already. Hassan Masood has also been so good, and they really need him to fire. On that occasion, that is nicely cut away, and there's some running for Hiza, who eventually does very well to stop it from reaching the boundary. And Arsalan finishes yet another very good over. So only singles and doubles coming off it. That is the end of the power play. Would you believe it? It's just 22 runs on the board. And do you feel that is enough? Do you feel that after winning the toss, Johor has quite done the job with the bat in hand?
This is unbelievable, Abrar. The way the batters you're seeing on the screen, Gulreis, and also the one who got out, Zubaidi, and with the likes of these two and Hasnain Masood, the number five batter of this tournament, and you are keeping the score 22 for one, and I think absolutely wonderful bowling by these two, Saeed Aziz and Arslan Shabir, champion bowlers. Look at that, and Saeed Aziz, surprisingly, is going to complete his forward spell straight away.
And I'm very happy that this is happening. That is driven down the ground, and there is some work to do, but that is eventually quite straightforward for Virendeep Singh at long on. Sometimes when the bowler is having a good day, it is very important to utilize him very well. And the captain himself is having one such days here. And I think this is quite exceptional because he knows a wicket here will really open the gates for Kuala Lumpur. And so far, he's persisting with himself as if he's given that job to himself for picking that prize wicket of Hassan Masood here. So it starts off with a single, and Hassan Masood batting 9 of 11 deliveries, faces an excellent delivery in swinger to the left hander and almost strikes him on that glove. And I think he's cleared him up. It was played on perhaps, and he's done that extra bit of hard work and eventually got rid of the very dangerous Hassan Masood here. Here's the replay. Beautifully bowled, almost as if Hassan Masood did not have any kind of reply. And this is the very big moment in the game we were talking about. Two down, and I mean, would you believe it? Hassan Masood, the big batter, is now having to go back to the pavilion.
And that is something happening in the pitch abroad that's helping the bowlers tremendously well because the way Hassan Masood has been playing in this tournament, he is in a golden touch, and he Saidas is cramping him, and the way he got out, and I tell you, this is going to be very difficult for the batters who are coming after him. This is not easy pitch to bat on. That's one thing I understand.
Oh, yes, that particular delivery was such a beautiful trademark side as his in swinger. And I think the difficult bit for Hassan Masood was the fact that he was a little bit trapped in front. And that's really the kind of delivery that makes all the difference in a very tight game such as this. The pressure was mounting, a lot of dot deliveries were played, and we have the captain of Kuala Lumpur, Sidus, is really leading from the front. At the moment, Johor is 23 with a loss of 2. And in comes another left-hander replacing Hassan Masood. It is the ever so dangerous Amir Azim. Now, there's a question that is just lurking around at the moment, especially because there is loss of 2 wickets already. Amir Azim is someone who's very aggressive, who's really someone who likes to play his shots. But so far, do you think it's been easy for batters to go after the bowling? And does this phase really suit someone like Amir Azim?
I think if you ask me, Abrar, whoever comes in, it's going to be difficult. That's my opinion because Hassan Masood himself was struggling. And look at that, the ball. You can see that, right? The ball is bouncing, coming in, and not easy for the batter to time it. That's what happening. And however good you are, if the track is difficult, it's not easy for you to bat.
So eagle eyes there. You're absolutely right. There's been that little bit of an extra bounce from this pitch today, and it's really a little bit subtle, but just enough to keep batters very honest. Just like that, Amir Azim, would you believe it? In such a pressure situation, he decides to dance down at side disease. Eventually, I think he's very happy that he's missed it because a faint edge will be really inviting that slip fielder into play.
This is a champion comeback, Abrar. The way they lost the game in the previous game, they were about to reach the finals, Kuala Lumpur. They just lost to Selangor, little margin. And Syed Aziz said that it's nothing in their hand because of the rain. The game changed.
That was not the best delivery. It was down the leg side. Excellent glove work by the wicketkeeper. But eventually the batters exchanged position for a single. But I mean, you're right to mention the 4 teams that we have here at this stage are all so good on paper. I think all of them, if you ask me at the start of the tournament, were seemingly as if they were all good enough for making the final. And you're right to mention that it was an spectacular performance from Selangor that they have beat a team like Kuala Lumpur and reached the final. And with that, Sidus is bowls a short pitch delivery. Kulra is not in full control, but he gets it in the gap, so it should be good for a couple of runs. But as you mentioned, all these teams are so good on paper, and that is why I have to give credit to the Malaysia Cricket Association for really developing the game in this area. And now they're starting to produce the talents that they were hoping for.
And adding to your point of the one thing that really impresses me is Malaysia Cricket Association is doing a great job indeed because they're adding foreign players as well as under 19 players to the squad. That makes the combination very good because it gives an opening for the under 19 players because they need something like a big tournament like this. They want to face someone like Saeed Aziz, Virendip Singh, and Arslan Shabir, and this will give them more confidence. And also by inviting the foreign players to the squad, it gives the versatility and also different skill sets from different countries and also the openness about cricket. That is very positive thing for Malaysian cricket, if you ask me.
Yes, and as we were speaking, Saidus is really mixing it up quite nicely. In the end, finishes off with a slower ball and his 4 overs already on the trot, especially given the fact that he started this innings as well. He's given away just 16 runs and picked up that very dangerous wicket of Hassan Masood. So that really tells you how good of a day this has been from Syed Aziz up front. And with that, Johor is really struggling to find some sort of a rhythm here. So back at the point you were making, it is quite interesting from the association that they have really set out a platform for the youngsters to just showcase their talent, and some of them has really stepped up, and a few name comes to my mind. I think Diaz Petro, the young batter, has done so well alongside Muhammad Akram, who's really starting to just knock on the door of international cricket, as well as even from some of the other sides like Putrajaya. I've seen Dean, who's bowled exceedingly well, and that really tells us that talents are everywhere in Malaysia. First change, Ahmed fires into the attack and greeted with a beautiful looking shot from Amir Azim. That is the kind of cricket that he plays, and he is always willing to assert some dominance. And on that occasion, he gets plenty of it.
That adds real value to Johor's score. I would say that. That's certainly. Amir Azim break the shackles by hitting that six. That is an important six of this innings. First 7 overs have been a roller coaster for Johor. Ahmed Faiz comes in, an experienced candidate, not easily beatable. He's been taken for six.
Needed that. And in this tournament, we haven't really seen too many overs from Ahmed Faiz. Of course, he's very experienced and he knows how to come back. But have to say that it's almost a kind of a statement shot from Amir Azim. And look at what has happened. Even after conceding a six, he's really bowling within himself and targeting that stump. And this is why we have to give credit to the experience. That sometimes, of course, in T20 cricket, you can be hit for a boundary or a six, but it's the comeback that eventually shows character. With provided this time played away on the offside, that will be a single. But even after the six, I think this is still turning out to be another good over for Kuala Lumpur.
That's a good comeback from Ahmed Faiz, I would say. He's got a loads of experience. He immediately changes his gears, changes his plans. As a wise man in the cricket, he's one of the top batter and an all-rounder. Normally, these days, I don't see him bowl that much, but it's a good choice for Saeed Aziz to bring him in.
Oh, beautiful looking delivery. He's very unlucky. Somehow he's missed out on a wicket here, but I think he was in with a chance.
Very close. Looked like out for me. It looked like bowled for me. Abrar, literally, that one was very close.
Yes, and the umpire is signaling for something. There's a little bit of a confusion out there. But really, at the moment, if we speak about Kulreis, he's 13 of 22. Very uncharacteristic of the kind of a player that he is. Likes to take on the bowling, and when he gets going, Johor is always off to a good start. He's been steady, but I think he would have been happy if he was getting a few more boundaries here and there. On the other hand, Amir Azim is already starting to look good, but he really needs to capitalize on momentum here. There's a little bit of a break in between at the center, and this is the right moment to really ask you, I mean, how do you think this innings will transpire? What do you think from here will be a good score?
I think for me, it's a complete dominant by Kuala Lumpur for the first six. But what I predict is the wicket will get better for batting when the overs get passed by, and the rear end of the game we have solid batting for Johor, especially Shahadat Ramli is in a rock solid touch. If they put anything score like 140 plus, that would be a nice score for Kuala Lumpur to chase on, and it is going to be an exciting game for us after that. And I predict some good firing in the back end.
Tried to mention use of the feet this time, and Kulres gets the charge and clears the boundary with a lot of ease. He has the power, and now he's starting to flourish. Look at that shot. I mean, excellent.
This is what I was mentioning, Abrar, and because Gulrez is not a normal batter. He's an aggressive batter. The condition didn't allow him to open his shoulders, but look at that. We waited, ambushly waited, and now this is he knows who to target now. Once he is set, and it is very difficult to bowl at him. He can play all kinds of shots.
This is why I think the batters need to be very smart out there. They have to take some calculated risk, and at the moment, they have to start capitalizing on those loose deliveries just to bring that momentum towards them. And in my opinion, what Johor really need is that partnership. So they need to play their cricket with a little bit of a caution, but that mix of aggression needs to be there as well. And when that is included, I think the runs will start to flow, but they cannot afford to lose a wicket here. They need strong base so that the later batters, just like you mentioned, Shahzad Ramli, can start to the party. But look what Kuala Lumpur is trying to do. They're looking like they will introduce Virendeep Singh, and we know what a contender he is. He's exceptional with his left arm spin, and maybe he will have some other ideas.
Big name indeed. Virendeep Singh has been in a very good form in this tournament, and it's always a threat. You bat against him, and if the conditions suits his bowling, and it's going to be very difficult. And now it's a good news for Johor. Gulraj has started opening his shoulders, and he's pretty set. He's watching the ball clearly, and it's going to be like an even competition. I would say likes for likes. It's like two heavyweights facing each other.
Oh, yes, I won't be too surprised if Amir Azim decides to take the left arm spinner on. It is always easier for left handers against left arm spinners, and rocks back onto the back foot, plays that cut shot, but in the end misses it. You can sense that there is some sort of intent in the eyes of Virendeep Singh as well. He's known for those clever variations, and he starts off well, but looks like Amir Azim is not shying away. He's cleared mid wicket with a lot of ease and dealing in sixes here. He doesn't want to hit boundaries. What a good shot that is.
That one was perfectly played. One leg shot. That is his favorite shot, and he's very confident right from the ball number one. He's having his own touch, and he came in a different mindset. He didn't bother about how the pitch reacts, how the conditions work. He just have very clear thought. Let me go and go for my shots. Very good.
This is smart bowling from Virendeep Singh. He's realized that he cannot bowl at the stump corridor because Amir Azim has that big slog sweep. And this time it is cut away, and Gulrez decides to get a single off it. This is excellent running. And now it is quite interesting because they're starting to look like they've decided to target Virendeep Singh here.
Yeah, there's a time for them to score runs. Whatever the balls, it's on their zone. They're gonna go for it. 100% sure. It's the Gulred's turn now. So a couple of balls left. He'll be going for the aggressive shots. He won't play singles and doubles unless it's a tough ball.
You can sense that Cyrus is still looking for a wicket with that slip fielder in, and that was very good delivery from Virendeep Singh to Gulrez there. But I have to
Uh,
talk about that six. And every time a left-hander decides to play that shot towards the mid-wicket, there's always a lot of flair involved, and it looks so good. Short pitch this time, poor delivery, and Gulrez just waits on it and punishes it onto the leg side for another maximum. So you're right. I mean, it looks like Gulrez is starting to be quite threatening out there at the moment.
he's run a ball, Abrar. Look at that. This is how he plays. He doesn't care who you are. Like he'll go against you. If you ball a short ball or pitch, that's he go for it. He doesn't mind. It's a Virendeep Singh, Saeed Aziz, big name, small name, no problem for him. He's a one director, one directional player. It's just a one dimensional player. The first few balls he was literally not able to connect it, and the pitch was doing something. Now, as we discussed before, now the things are working really well. The run rate is gone to six now, and Gulreis is run a ball 25 of 25, and Muhammad Amir Azim is better than him 14 of 10. Things working for Johor.
Exactly what they were needing. Gulrez is also starting to capitalize, and when he finds his rhythm, he's always willing to take the attack to the bowlers, and that is what you've mentioned before as well. And now I can feel that the intent is really shifting. They're looking very confident, and exactly what Johor would have needed. And at this phase, in comes Arifullah, one of the fastest bowlers lurking around, and he's been exceptional as well. So, quite the right moment, but we'll have to wait and see what transpires because Amir Azim is another batter who really likes pace on ball, and sometimes when the width is there, likes to play his shot as well. Oh, what a start! That is very good delivery. Starts with a dot.
This is going to be an interesting contest, 100%, because Amir Azim is in a midas touch and he is picking his gaps. And even if he misses one or two odd balls in an over, majority of them he connects really well and he plays very positive cricket today. That's his, that's something positive for Johor. They'll be very happy.
Arifullah looking to strike early. A very good looking shot, this time on the offside from Ade Azim. And all along the carpet, uses the pace of the ball quite nicely and picks up a boundary here.
This is a match turning innings from Amir Azim. What do you think, Abra? How do you rate this innings?
Already starting to look very dangerous. And I think Johor needed exactly this positivity. When he came out to bat, the team was struggling. 2 wickets were down. The pitch was behaving very difficult for the batters. And the moment that Amir Azim walked out to the middle, looks like he's injected that positivity to Gulrez as well. And now Johor are starting to look very dangerous. You can sense that every time he's batting, he's trying to attack as well, and sometimes it's just making it difficult for the bowlers to just bowl in that right area.
Between that boundaries, he needs to pick up that singles. That is very, very important in T20s because this one negates the bowler to set up a batter and get him out. So he goes to the other side and it's going to frustrate the bowler to not pick that guy who hit the boundary. So he needs to create a new strategy for the other batter who bats right handed.
Johor definitely needed a steady partnership and they needed the rotation of the strike to keep the scoreboard moving. And it looks like they're getting exactly that. So far, both the batters have played some risk free cricket and they have really capitalized on those loose deliveries as well. And at the moment, Arifullah started off a little expensive. And here it is. That leading edge ball is up in the air. Gulrez is in with a chance, but that is dropped. Difficult opportunity, and you really expect the experience to be able to get a grip of it. Eventually, Gulrez survives.
And this time, the most experienced candidate in the side, Ahmed Faiz, dropped the catch. Not an easy one, but would have been much, much better if would have caught that ball because that would be like dis- disturbing the momentum the Johor created. This is very important. These type of catches are really very important.
Yes, at this phase, definitely Johor doesn't want to lose a wicket here, but Arifullah almost did the good, and you can see that he's really rushing the batters. It is express pace one more time from Arifullah. On that occasion, it will be a single.
5 balls done, 7 runs given. I still think Johor is doing really well compared to Kuala Lumpur. After that, after Amir Azim came in, things are working really well for Johor. The positivity he is bringing in, and Gulreis, it impacts Gulreis as well. He's also batting really well after Amir Azim came in.
Yes, and we have one more delivery here before the completion of the halfway stage. Once again, cut away. He's cramped him up slightly. Did not really have the width on that occasion for a proper cut shot, but eventually does well to pick up a couple of runs here. So halfway stage, 10 overs done. It's 63 with the loss of two, and the players will have a little bit of a drinks here. We'll be back with our live action shortly after this break. And with that, we're back with live action. And at this halfway stage, Johor is 6-3 with a loss of 2. I have to say that at this stage, Kuala Lumpur will be the happiest side. They've done a good job in terms of applying that brakes on the scoring rate. But this is the time when a partnership is slowly starting to develop here, thanks to that start from Amir Azim, who's once again trying to greet Jashwin with a maximum. On that occasion, just falls short by dropping in front of the fielder in the deep. From here, it will be quite interesting to see how the batters go and play. Kulrez is the set batter. At the moment, he's 28 of 27, so just over the strike rate of 100. And his partner, Amir Azim, has really coming with a breath of fresh air. Gets a single and brings back the left-hander on strike, but Amir Azim has really looked good out there. He has already picked up a maximum and is really starting to make life difficult for the bowlers of Kuala Lumpur here. Kuala Lumpur were off to a very good start. Their captain Saidis is bowled brilliantly. Oh, that is timed, that is placed, and that is hit with a lot of power. What an effort by the fielder there. Virendeep Singh must be the man. The tall reach of Virendeep Singh eventually helps it along the way and just stops it before clearing the boundary. But you can sense that Amir Azim was trying to charge for a moment. He thought it is 6. But valiant, absolutely brilliant from Virendeep Singh at long on. This is why he is always given that responsibility of patrolling that area, and he always delivers. I've really never seen drop a catch. And these are the kind of efforts that can really just uplift the momentum of a side and give that side a little bit of an extra confidence as well. So far, since the start of the innings, Ahmed Zubaidi came out to bat. He was trapped in front by Arsalan Shabir, and he went back to the pavilion by scoring 2 of 7. And after that, it was Hassan Masood. He's a man in form, but undone by a very good delivery from the captain Syed Aziz. He went back scoring 9 of 12 deliveries. Just 4 extras, and since then it is Gulrez Muhammad alongside Mohammad Amir Azim. And this is really turning out to be the partnership that they were hoping for. Chipped up in the air, and this time it is Virendeep Singh with a very easy catch. Soft dismissal in the end. He's celebrating, he's very happy. And eventually it's the youngster, the young leg spinner Jashwin, who picks up the very dangerous Gulrez Muhammad. And what a moment in the game for Kuala Lumpur here. They were really hoping that they can pick up a wicket, and eventually they get rid of the very dangerous man. Very happy. You can see that they're celebrating, and this is really going to give the youngster a lot of confidence. '68 for 3, and the big man Kulrez is gone. He was caught at long off by Virendeep Singh of the leg spinner Jashwin. A very crucial breakthrough for Kuala Lumpur right when Johor needed some kind of stability. And this is the time for that man, Shadat Ramli, who's walking out to the middle. Johor really will be hoping that he can steady the ship and can take some sort of a charge. But after the completion of the over, it is Arifullah who's coming from the other end, and Amir Azim will be on strike. Not the best of delivery to start things off, but the length was very interesting. It was a short pitch delivery to Amir Azim. He's a man with a very good pull shot, but on that occasion, that pace is enough to just test him a little bit. It's gone down the leg side, so umpire has signaled wide, but I think that is going to keep the batter a little bit in just that extra bit of focus. Good looking delivery, this time to the body line of Amir Azim. So no width provided, and the only option remained for him was to just defend at it. So good start from Arifullah in his second over. At the moment, the captain, Syed Aziz, will be just hoping for Arifullah to just break this partnership because this is the one that can be very dangerous. Shahzad Ramli is a man in form, and Mohammad Amir Azim is an explosive package when he gets going. So if you don't get his wicket quickly, he can really do the damage. Played down the ground, but doesn't get the timing right. And Arifullah is bowling with mid-on in the circle. So that will only be a dot ball. Johor are really crumbling under the pressure. And at the moment, it is the big man, Amir Azim, who's gone back to the pavilion. Arifullah delivers exactly when he needed to. And this is a very big moment in the game. He's played out into the deep and he's timed that so well. But unfortunately for him, he's found that one single fielder in the deep. In comes Ainul Hafiz, who will join Shadat Ramli. These two are very explosive, but Kuala Lumpur will feel that they have done their job, but just needs to put that final nail in the coffin. So far, Johor doesn't have plenty of runs on the board either. 69 now with the loss of 4. And this will be the most crucial part of the game at the moment. If they're able to get the wickets of these two batters, then I think Kuala Lumpur will be just coming out there to bat and chase a very modest total. So really, the bowlers of Kuala Lumpur are in with a chance. Can they capitalize in this moment? Arifullah is really bending his back out there. You can sense that he's starting to feel that he has that momentum in his way. And this is going to excite the players of Kuala Lumpur even more. Even though that is a wide down the leg side, I think Ainul Hafiz will feel that that ball had a lot of pace with it. So Ainul Hafiz has joined Shahid Ramli at the crease, and Kuala Lumpur are feeling that they have a real chance to just push for a few more wickets from here on. Two more deliveries, advances down the ground and plays that nicely on the offside. So even though just one of that delivery, I think the intent and the positivity is on full display here. Both the batters are just fresh out there. So wickets have really tumbled at regular intervals for Johor, and that's really something that has kept them very quiet. We know they have picked up boundaries on certain occasions, but really they would have hoped for the boundaries to be more frequent. We've seen 4 sixes, but unfortunately just two boundaries. That's been a surprise. They haven't really picked up the gap as frequently as they would have wanted, and that's really the reason why they're finding themselves in this kind of a situation. One more time, that is nicely bowled, and third man will be in play for just being able to stop it. In the end, another single, but this is an excellent over which comes to an end from Arifullah, and at the moment, Johor are really struggling. They're scoring at runnable. It's 72 with the loss of 4. Virendeep Singh back into the attack, and Shahid Ramli starts off by playing a good looking straight drive, picks up a single of the very first ball, and brings back Ainul Hafiz. And it's great to see that the captain Syed Aziz is persisting with a slip in play and he's still looking for wickets. He really understands that one more wicket here is really what they require. And from the very start of the innings, they have persisted with that approach. It's as if they are not quite determined in terms of giving them boundaries, but they're trying to put the pressure on them by compiling those dot deliveries. Good looking sweep shot from Ainul Hafiz, and Shahid Ramli will be back on strike. At the moment, just over 12 overs completed, and this is a very critical phase of the game. Quick running between the wickets. Ahmed Faiz thought that a direct hit would be very interesting. Wasn't to be. We have to say that Kuala Lumpur have really picked up wickets at crucial intervals, and that has put Johor under immense pressure. From here, Kuala Lumpur will want to hope that they can maintain the discipline with the ball, and that has been innovation attempted from Ainul Hafiz. We've seen him do that before. He's really someone who trusts his ability to play those reverse sweeps. On that occasion, Virendeep Singh proving to be just a little bit extra difficult for him to be able to execute that shot. Eventually, just a couple of dot deliveries. Turning out to be another very good over. Just 3 runs coming off it. Needs to finish well here. Ainul Hafiz is looking to get a move on. With provider this time, it's on the slot, just away from the fielder at long off, and that goes all the way for a maximum. Exactly what Ainul Hafiz needed to get a move on, and he gets it. Virendeep Singh, unfortunately, it was a good over until that point, but that shot was enough to spoil that spell. 13 overs done, it's 81 for 4, and I have to say that Syed Aziz has really backed up his bowlers to stay consistent. He supported them well with getting the fielders in the right position as well. Johor today has really been forced into making some mistakes, and the top order has looked a little bit fragile, even though there has been some very big names. It's just that today they haven't been able to quite deliver. Jashwin, the leg spinner, is back into the attack, and he's now going to bowl to Mohammad Shadat Ramli, the captain of Johor. Kuala Lumpur at the moment are very much in the driver's seat, and from here we're almost going towards that last phase of the game. There's a little bit of turn on offer as well on this pitch, and they have to really bowl in the right areas. The young man Jashwin is already making a name for himself. He's a rare commodity. A leg spinner is always something, if accurate, going to benefit the team. And today he looks like he's a young man with a very good bowling action, and he always pitches the ball in that right area. I haven't seen him yet bowl a loose delivery, and that really tells a lot about his control. So, just a while ago, we were mentioning that some of the young names have really shown us a lot of promise, the likes of Diaz Petro, Azri Azhar, at the moment, Jashwin. That is played, and would you believe it, straight to the man at long on, and he's gone. Very big moment in the game. He's picked up the wicket of Shadat Ramli, and now the young man will be very happy. Tossed up delivery just away and inviting that slot sweep. Eventually, the batter, even with the experience of Shadat Ramli, commits to it, but does not have enough power to take it all the way. Neither does he pick up the gap in the field. So now half of the side is back at the hut, and Kuala Lumpur are in with a chance. Fitri Shams is walking out to the middle. But what a crucial wicket this is for Kuala Lumpur. Have to give credit to Jashwin. He's removed the informed captain when Johor were looking for stability and just trying to up that tempo. But this innings is turning out to be very difficult for Johor. After winning the toss, they had decided to have a bat first, and surprisingly, that decision is not paying dividends here. I don't think it is the pitch behaving so bad. It's just that the bowlers have exploited some of the best deliveries we have seen in this tournament. They have really kept the batters very quiet, and even such a dangerous batting lineup has really found themselves wanting against this quality bowling attack of Kuala Lumpur. Or would you believe it? That is quite an interesting approach from Mohammad Fitrisham. The leg spinner pulled it in the slot, really, but I think he just realized that the batter was coming down at him, and the celebration comes in. Why shouldn't he? Beautifully bowled, and just demonstrates how smart he is. And he's picked up a wicket of consecutive deliveries. You can see that Syed Aziz is also quite happy, and he's also celebrating his young leg spinner's wicket. So really shows that how much he trusts in his team, and Jashwin is really stepping up. Samiullah Khan is walking out to the middle now, another very capable batter, but it's really quite an interesting approach from Fitrisham. Of the very first delivery, he decides to come down at the young leg spinner, and eventually he's stumped easy by the wicketkeeper, and Jashwin is in with a chance of a hat trick. So just now, a lot of things are happening. So just taking our viewers back, Shadat Ramli was just dismissed. He was caught at deep mid wicket of the bowling of young leg spinner, and now he was bowling the hat trick ball, defends nicely, and doesn't give him that satisfaction. So after the wicket of Shadat Ramli, even Fitri Sham is gone back to the heart. In with a chance, and would you believe it? Just after the dot delivery, he's picked up Samiullah Khan, and now this is his third wicket in this over. What a bowler he's turning out to be for Kuala Lumpur. He's picked up 3 wickets in that over, and would you believe it? That ball was going down the leg side and just getting a faint nick at it, not in full control, and almost disappointingly so, he's now going to walk back to the pavilion. Very happy he's going to be the skipper of Kuala Lumpur, that his bowler is bowling so well. And now Johor are really struggling out there. It is really quite bothersome for the captain Shadat Ramli that after his departure, 2 more wickets have fallen. What an excellent effort with the ball today from Jashwin. 2 overs, just 7 runs, and 4 wickets already to his name. And for a moment, when Johor will be hoping that they can find some relief that the over of Jashwin is completed, Khizar Hayat is introduced with the ball. So just when the young leg spinner is already doing a lot of damage, Syed Aziz has introduced one of the most experienced bowlers out there in the ranks of Malaysia. But talking about that over, it was such a superb spell of leg spin from Jashwin. Can Khizar just continue exerting pressure? Starts off with a very good delivery to Ainul Hafiz, only a dot. I think the best part of this phase has been the fact that the bowlers of Kuala Lumpur have not given any kind of width. Even Khizar Hayat has started in such a precise fashion. He's someone with a lot of clever variations as well, and he really does not like to give the batters any kind of room to breathe. Khizar Hayat has really made a name for himself to be able to bowl in any phase of the game, but I think in recent times he's been someone who's especially quite difficult to get hold of in that death over. This time gone down the leg side, but there is deep backward square leg in play, only a single. But right now, Ainul Hafiz is joined by Fazul Izzat. I think he really did not believe that he will have to come out to bat just in that 14th over. That's how good the bowling has been from Kuala Lumpur. That is nicely played, and I think he'll find the gap in the field. Excellent shot from Ainul Hafiz, and never really tried to overhit it. Just have a look at that replay. Almost as if he was aware that the ball was perhaps going to be down the leg side. He was getting in that position very quickly, and eventually just got that placement so perfectly done that he was getting a boundary. I mentioned before that in this innings we haven't really seen too many of them. This is just the third boundary in the innings for Johor, and that's why they're finding themselves in such a difficult situation. We've seen 5 6s though, but really would have hoped for a few more boundaries. Short pitch delivery this time, pulled away into the leg side, and that is one more time excellent running between the wickets. 2 more runs off it, and even though Khizar Hayat will feel that he hasn't really given them a lot of width, it's just that Ainul Hafiz has been getting his placement absolutely spot on in this over. A clever change of pace, giving the ball a little bit of flight as well. And Ainul Hafiz was equally good to the task, and eventually just a single off it. So 9 runs of the first over of Khizar Hayat, and 15 overs completed. It's 92 runs on the board with a loss of 7. From here, they need a very strong finish, and they'll be hoping that Ainul Hafiz can just be batting that full 5 overs, because that is the only way they'll be able to put some sort of a good score on the board. So with that, I'll welcome Amin back up here at the com box. I mean, from here, what do you think? How much can Johor get?
Johor will be looking to score at least 50 runs in the last 5 overs, but 3 wickets left. Maybe probably 30 to 40 would be a good score if they maintain the wicket, not losing anymore. What a lovely shot that one from Ainul Hafiz. And a catch at the deep. Easy one. 8 gone. When we talk about extra 50 runs, KL has a different plan now. Picking up another wicket, rubbing salt in the wood. Things are not working at all for Johor. This is going to be a one sided game easily. Look at that happiness. Jashwin, 5 wickets haul, 7 runs given, just 2.1 overs, under 19 prospect. And what a valuable game for him, this one. What kind of confidence he gets from these games. He's picking up all the big names from Johor. Jashwin, the leg spinner, under 19. Jashwin Krishnamurthy, the name you'll never forget, number 77, under 19 prospect. Tristan Ashish Fernandez Kumar is the another one from under 19. And Dees Patro, Al Deepak, Muhammad Azri Azhar. These four are under 19 players who participates in this tournament, and they are playing for Kuala Lumpur. And this is an amazing, amazing initiative from the Malaysian Cricket Association. I would like to thank them for bringing these kind of youngsters into the scene and giving them the enough confidence to move to the next level. Joshua, you superstar, no doubt about that. A very solid bowling here, just two overs, 2.2 overs, hardly 14 balls. He picked up 5 wickets. That's amazing. I also feel that something like a young bowler comes into play, you kind of underrate him. That's also makes the batter get out, thinking that he's a normal bowler, but he's a prodigy sometimes. You don't know. He's a very special bowler. He's got naturally skill. It's all about the ball comes and lands and goes out and comes in. That's it. That is cricket. Anybody can bowl. It's not about the age. Very beautiful bowling. Very beautiful bowling. Full control, and he is in his like top of his confidence. His confidence level is skyrocketing this time. Picking up 5 wickets. Look at the body language. Look at the energy he brings in, and look at the support from the captain himself, Syed Aziz, and the co. They keep throwing the ball at these youngsters and allowing them to bowl. That itself shows the big heart from the captain. Nice bowling, nice bowling. Just 3 runs given in this over. Another ball to go. Picking up wickets in every single over. Picked up 4 wickets in his previous over. Now come back and bowl and get another wicket. Almost rattled Johor's batting lineup. What a bowling! What a bowling! That one was amazing. Shazrul Izzat looks to whack that one over mid wicket. No chance against Joshua in 3 overs, 10 runs, 5 wickets. You beauty. You're gonna be the star of today's game, that's for sure. Fiza Hayat is back to bowl his second over. Looks to wrap things faster. Look at that. A big a big shot to the deep. Very good shot from Shazrul Izzad, the bowling all-rounder. That's on his slot. Never misses those shots. He got a huge international experience. Shazrul Izzad been there in the circuit for a long, long time, and he owns the bowling record for Malaysia. 7 wickets all in a T20 international for Malaysia. That is Shazrul Izzad. He can swing. He swing is bat actually. Very nicely played. No runs. With that, 100 comes for Johor. Pretty late. They lost a lot of wickets. Look at that. Look at that big swing and a miss. That's pretty quick from the right arm medium off spinner. That's a new name I can give to Isar Hayat. Is not a off spinner anymore. Looks like that. He runs and bowls faster, like a medium pacer. Oh, look at that. That is amazing. That is a very sharp out. He got his wicket. Sajrul Izzat is out, looking to move left and right around the crease. You cannot play with Kizar Hayat. He is very accurate to the stumps. You never expected that, I believe so. Izzat is gone. And this is the first wicket for Kizar Hayat, second over. And they already bundled Johor for 100, just a wicket away to restrict them 105 or 110. Probably they might score another 10 runs. You don't know. These bowlers are pretty sharp. A very good bowling lineup for Kuala Lumpur. Today they have dominated this game. Toss won by Johor, and the captain Ramli said they'll put 200, and Syed Aziz said he's going to use the conditions and restrict them, and he did exactly what he said. He walked the talk. The first 6 overs, excellent bowling by Syed Aziz and Arslan. They, they gave just 22 runs and picked up a wicket in the first 6 overs. And Syed Aziz also completed his 4 straight overs in the power play. After that, 1 over. Then there comes the middle overs where Johor slightly took off, scored little, and the battings of Gulreis and Amir Azim, they put some scores on the board. And there comes the under 19 prodigy, Jashwin, Jashwin Krishnamurti, took the game away from Johor in very less time. He picked up his fifer in 3 overs, just given 10 runs. That is something super special in the third and fourth spot of this MCA Men's T20 Championship Interstate, where 10 teams have been participating, and the last 6 have been played for Super 6. The last 4, oh, that's all out, and 6 wickets for Jashwin. What a bowler he is! Amazing spell. He is flying very high. What a big future in front of him. He is going to be a very, very happy man today. Look at the support from Virendip Singh and Syed Aziz. They treat him like so special. They love to have him in the team in the future as well, for Kuala Lumpur or any other teams they play. And with that, let's wind up this first innings. Kuala Lumpur need 101 from 20 overs. That's all from the Combox. Join you shortly in the second innings. Thank you so much.
Good morning and welcome back to this match between Johor and Kuala Lumpur. Johor are all out for a modest total of 100 runs. It can be competitive given that this pitch is behaving quite in a very different way from what we have historically seen. But we have to feel that it's certainly a very gettable total in this format. And so far, we've seen what sometimes a little bit of a nerve can do, because this is also a very good bowling lineup from Johor. They have the skill, they have to strategize very nicely, but given that the momentum is now firmly with Kuala Lumpur, we have to just wait and watch for this contest. So now stepping out to bat is the captain himself, Syed Aziz. He's been a man that has been a pillar for Kuala Lumpur. He's been so good with the ball today. So we'll have to wait and see if he can translate it with the bat in hand as well. Kuala Lumpur's openers need to bat with a lot of patience, intent, and this modest total will not ask for plenty of plays as well. They can just afford to go out there and be watchful, but eventually they should be able to chase it down as well very comfortably. So the ploy for them will be not to lose wickets very early, and from there they can capitalize. With that, I have Amin up here at the com box, and Shazul Izzat starting things off against Syed Aziz. Starts off with
Thank
the
you.
dot ball.
Thank you, Abrar. It's a wonderful introduction. And look at that, two champion batters. And they were extremely good in the previous game. Just lost the game because of the rain. And that's something out of their hand. And in the previous innings, Syed Aziz scored 80 of just 43 balls. Swashbuckling batting. He is in rock solid form. And this is going to be a cakewalk if these two batters play for 5 to 6 overs.
Yes, definitely. These two are very aggressive batters, but I have to give credit to that young leg spinner. What a phenomenal performance with the ball in hand from Jashwin today. 6 wickets for just 10 runs. That's nothing short of spectacular. He's been the absolute architect of this Johor's collapse that we have seen today, and he was so sharp with those variations. The accuracy has really given dividends, and now Shazul Izzat will want to do exactly that. But short pitch deliveries are never going to help. It is Syed Aziz, one of the best pullers of the cricket ball here, and he's picked up a first boundary in a lot of style.
That was a massive opening shot from the left-hander himself. He's in a golden touch, and once he's set, and that's it, is unstoppable. And for them, honestly speaking, for these two batters, if they bat the way they like, maybe 8 to 9 overs, they complete this game.
Yes, and interestingly, I'm seeing that the keeper is very close to the stump. Oh, one more time. That's not going to help it. One more time. It is Syed Aziz. This time, even better. That goes all the way for a maximum. What a start this is from Syed Aziz.
And look at the way he hits that shot. It's not too powerful, but the timing was 100%. And that is the beauty of Syed Aziz. He's a stroke maker and lovely to watch and pleasant to the eyes. And Shazrul Azad, if you ask me, slightly away from his strength because he is very good in swinging the ball into the right-handers. And now he should work on his length actually. Short of a length is not going to work against Syed Aziz. He's going to hit you 6 out of 6 balls if you bowl short ball to him.
Interestingly, I am quite surprised to see that Shazul Izzat was bowling with the keeper close. And look at that shot. This time it is straight down, almost like an arrow. That is textbook execution. And he picks up a six. What a shot.
This is breathtaking shot from the left-hander, and he's in the mood. And if Saeed is in that kind of a mood, and it's going to be the bowler's nightmare today. Johor has to be very careful bowling at him. And even though the keeper is up to, it's not going to change the way Saeed is bat. And look at the last shot. That's one of the best shot he played in this today's innings. First 5 balls, he is like already took 16 runs out of it.
Yes, I mean, but when you have the wicketkeeper so close to the stump, you really don't give yourself that option to bowl quick. Said Aziz is really staying at his crease and opening his arm with a lot of ease. And I think that is better from Saizul Izzat to get the wicketkeeper back to his usual position because he's really someone who can bowl with a lot of pace as well. And I'm really surprised that he's decided to go with the medium paces. One more delivery remaining, and Said Aziz doesn't stop. One more time, he has thrashed it, and would you believe it, to make matters worse, that is a drop catch. Salud Izzat was in with a chance to pick up a wicket, but he will be very disappointed.
That was a proper setup, and what a frustration for Said Shazrul Izzat. And when a batter is hitting, keep hitting you fours and sixes, and you try to get him and you drop the catch. That was an easy catch actually, and that frustrates any bowler. You are a spinner, fast bowler. That is going to irritate him, no doubt about that.
Yes, and irrespective to that drop catch, have to say that with 17 runs in the very first over from someone like Shazul Izzat, this is already given Kuala Lumpur an absolutely blazing start. So Cyrus is already attacking from the word go, and that drop catch will really give him the license now to go after the bowling. Shadat Ramli has decided to introduce himself into this opening phase, and now he's coming in with the new ball. Perhaps this is one ploy that can even benefit Cyrus further because he likes to just take on that spinner, especially in that power play.
And it's always going to be pressure for the bowlers, Abrar, because these two batters are uniquely talented. Arslan, Said Aziz, stroke makers, they produce and manufacture shots. Very, very good at it.
And talking about stroke maker, that is another scintillating strike, this time on the leg side by the left hander. And Arsalan Shabir as well joins the party, picks up a boundary of the very first ball.
I like to mention he scored a 97 in this competition with 7 sixes and 10 fours. Is in great form as well.
This is when things can get very dangerous. Kuala Lumpur is on paper one of the best batting lineup, and they're already starting to show us how good they are. Arthur and Shabir has joined in the party quite nicely, and these two batters are looking like they have confidence personified. This time, that is a razor sharp cut shot, played that nicely on the offside, and good running between the wickets as well.
And it is going to be challenging for bowlers to set up two fielders out for these two batters because they play all around the wicket. It's very hard for them.
Trying to maneuver it on the leg side, doesn't get the timing on that occasion, but nevertheless, that will be a single. So, once again, this is turning out to be a very good over. And to back up that first over, which went for 17, Mohammad Shadat Ramli has already gone for 8 runs. Slight bit of a misfield in the end, but no harm done. That's a dot ball to finish. 2 overs, 26 runs already on the board, and now the required run rate is just 4.17. And I'm already getting the impression that it's as if Kuala Lumpur is batting on a whole different pitch. Because when Johor were batting, things were looking so much more difficult. And that really tells us how good the bowling has been from Kuala Lumpur. Two left-handers on strike, and Shadat Ramli has decided to go with Mohammad Fitri, the left-arm orthodox bowler. This is a decision that can go either ways. Starts off by bowling away from the hitting zone of Syed Aziz, almost overcompensates, and that's a wide.
And this can go either way, Abrar, because left armer. These two batters are just going to be playing with a sword. You can get hit anytime.
You can already sense that Syed Aziz has instilled that little bit of a fear in the bowlers. And so far, Fitri is just trying to stay away from that hitting zone, with provided, but that quite a surprising bounce on that occasion from Fitri Sham, pitched in that good length and almost rising to the shoulder.
That's a lucky escape for Fitri because if it's not bounced that much, would have been hit over the mid wicket.
Cuts that one away and just picks up a little bit of a gap for allowing himself to take a single from that delivery. Looks like Mohammad Fitri Sham is bowling with some clever variation and he's kept things a little bit quiet. But Syed Aziz will be eyeing that mid wicket area.
One ball loosener will fly away from the ground. That's a dangerous thing in this. Look at that way. that's a that's a lovely batting from Said Aziz. Waited for the ball, but because the change of pace really tricked Said Aziz. Waited and played a little late cut with no pace. One run easily taken.
Yes, a little bit of an innovation was used by Syed Aziz on that shot. And I have to give credit to Mohammad Fitri Sham because, in spite of bowling those two wides, he's come back very nicely into this over and he's mixed his pace very well. That's been the best part of this over so far.
This is going to be a crucial ball because they already sensed him.
Oh, this time audacious hitting over the top of mid wicket. And one more time, the moment Arsalan decides to bring his sword like bat, it's always going for six. Beautiful hitting.
We are discussing about manufacturing shots, and this is one of the prime examples how Arslan Shabir read Mohammad Fitri and went for that shot, half kneel down, and there was a very good ball actually, but easily taken that to the mid wicket area for a lovely six.
Kuala Lumpur has come out with the intention of finishing the game early. That's the kind of message that I am receiving. Already 11 runs in this over, and Fitri, who started off so well, is already starting to look like another expensive over. So have to give credit to Syed Aziz and Arslan because it's as if they're both hunting like swordsmen out there and they're doing it in a pair. So very good batting and an excellent start for Kuala Lumpur.
This is more than expected from Kuala Lumpur. 22 from Said Aziz and Arslan, 12 of 7, not struggling at all like how Johor struggled in the first six. It is totally contrasting because the pitches gotten better during that gap.
In comes the off spinner Shadat Ramli, and that is another blazing shot down the ground. Good work by Hassan Masood at long on, and that is kept for just a couple of runs. The captain is happy with that effort. Oh, that is an excellent shot. Room was created by just shuffling towards the leg side, and that is placement. Excellent shot attempted by Said Aziz, and the execution was perfect as well.
This is back-to-back shots attempted by Said Aziz. He's in a free flow mood and he knows that this is going to be an easy game for him.
Good delivery this time from Shadat Ramli. But I have to say, when Saad Aziz gets going, he truly becomes a thing of beauty in this cricket pitch. His strokes just flow with effortless grace and timing, and it looks like we're already starting to just witness another masterclass. Advances down the ground. There is some opportunity. The ball is sky high, but it just falls short of the two fielders. Said Aziz is not really holding himself back. He's backing himself, and so far his footwork has been absolutely spectacular.
It's a good comeback from Shahadat Ramli. That one was almost a catch. The previous one went up and it landed on the no man's land. But this time it's a different angle. But he's a thinking cricketer. It's not allowing the batter to go easy against him.
Or just on that occasion, it was short and turning away from the left-hander. And one more time, he opens the arm and thrashes it away on the offside. Beautiful execution one more time, and the batters are not holding back.
A superb shot by Aslan this time, and already 10, 11 runs came in that Ramli's over. That was a good thinking by Ramli to bring himself up because two left-hand batters and up against the right arm off spinner, it's always a challenge. But these two batters, they can hit off spinner, left arm spinner, leg spinner, anyone on their day. They're such dangerous batters. Three is back.
Oh, you cannot bowl short to Zaid Aziz. That's the lesson that the bowlers are not understanding. One more time, it's short, asking to be hit, and Zaid Aziz capitalizes. How quickly he's moved on to 33 of just 16 deliveries.
This is proving to be one-sided game. Look at that asking rate, Abrar, just 3.09, and they just need 49 runs. They already scored half of it in that 100 runs, 52 now. Syed Aziz is like, as usual, is close to 200 strike rate. Arslan is 16 of 9. They are killing Johor spirit.
Oh, that is another gorgeous looking shot. How gracefully that is dispatched over long off. And they are flowing. Absolutely gorgeous innings from Syed Aziz.
This is breathtaking shot, and you make a little mistake, little error, and you are taken for sixes and fours. That is such an amount of pressure for the bowlers. Very, 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 very dangerous.
Gets into the position very quickly, but this time doesn't get the gap. So a very crucial dot delivery from Fitri. But Syed Aziz is looking so dangerous out there. How do you contain a batter who's in this kind of form?
Very, very, very narrow margin of error. You bowl either a loose ball, like a short pitched ball, or a over pitched ball, that is definitely going to disappear.
This time trying to go after the ball with a lot of power. The timing was missing, so finally a single to just get the dangerous Syed Aziz off the strike. And Fitri Shams will not be allowed to settle in because Arsalan is also going very strongly. So this is going to be a very crucial delivery. Pulled down the leg side, and Arsalan, for a moment, I thought that maybe it was premeditated. He just wanted to get a single of that delivery.
This is a lethal combination, Abrar, I would say, and it's a good thought behind the Kuala Lumpur's team to bring two left-handers on top of that innings. Normally they go for right and left, but they said, okay, let them be two left-handers.
Oh, this time, blend of power with finesse, smashes it down the ground, and easy pickings. That is another six. And Sidus is really starting to look like he's in absolute gorgeous form here.
We are talking about a margin of error, and that was an error certainly from Fitri, and easily punished by Syed Aziz. 46 in 20 balls is 200 plus strike rate now, and the score is 66 for no loss in 5 overs. They have another over left in the power play. They just need 35 runs in 15 overs, 2.33 runs per over required. Easy peasy task for the batting team of Kuala Lumpur.
Turning out to be a nightmare of an outing for Johor today. They were founded wanting with the bat in hand, and now they have nowhere to hide with the ball. Sidus rocks back onto that. It is rather Arsalan, but equally good, if you ask me. That is scintillating stroke play. The placement was absolutely spot on, and he gets a boundary. I'm starting to wonder, is it the right call from the captain to just continue with spin that looks so good? And one more time, an exhibition of that slog sweep towards mid wicket, and the result is the same. Another boundary, back to back, and now Arsalan is also looking very threatening. This time, change of the angle from Shadat Ramli, and the ball just keeps on going by maintaining that line. A crucial dot delivery. Trying to advance down the ground and yorked himself in the process. Good change of lead from Shadat Ramli after conceding the two boundaries. And now he's just trying to get a hold of the scoring rate here. And this time he's able to clear the mid-on fielder, and that has a lot of power to take it all the way to the boundary. So not in the most convincing fashion, but it is the results that sometimes matter more. Another boundary. This is the third one in this over. And now Arsalan is also looking so good. He's moved on to 29 of just 15 deliveries, strike rate just below 200. And it will be a dot to finish the over. So with that, the power play is completed, but 78 runs has been deposited on the scoreboard by Kuala Lumpur. They haven't lost a wicket, and they have looked absolutely effortless. And now it's just about getting the rest of the 23 runs. They have 14 overs, so it will not be taking them a lot of time if they bat in this kind of a fashion. And in comes the young Tuan Muhammad Fatia into the attack. He will have his work cut off here because Said Aziz and Arsalan are in trailblazing form. It is never going to be easy, but it is going to be a test of temperament from him. This is a learning curve. Oftentimes, character is built in this kind of a situation. It is going to be a little late in this chase, but if he's able to pick up a wicket, that will give him lots of confidence. Good change of pace, and that ball turns a little bit as well. And the very dangerous side Aziz is now back on strike. The power play is completed, and we've seen a lot of runs, absolutely like rains that has flown. Oh, that's not the best delivery, but Syed Aziz decides to eventually not go after it. So with that, that's a wide, but for a moment I thought maybe Syed Aziz will be able to deposit it on the leg side one more time. Nevertheless, he has plenty of time with just 20 required. He's eyeing a milestone. This time, it does not require a second invitation. Doesn't get the gap in the field. One bounce and it reaches Gulrez. So he gets a single. But this time, it is turning out to be a breath of fresh air for Johor. Only considered 4 runs in his first 3 deliveries, and he needs to finish well. Oh, what a good use of the feet. Advances down the ground, and that will be another flat 6. Beautifully placed by Arsalan, and he placed the spinner so well. Pitched in exactly where we call it the slot, and does not require another second invitation. The batter Arsalan used his feet, and he reached to the pitch of the ball in a fraction of a second. So 2 more deliveries remaining. What was turning out to be a good over has become suddenly expensive. And then Arslan is also showing us that he's not a one-dimensional player. He's able to rotate the strike. He's someone who bats with a good technique as well. And he obviously has that left-hander's elegance. So now we have Syed Aziz on strike. And in comes that slog sweep. It is smashed, but Gulreis for a moment thought he's in with a chance, but just somehow able to stop it before reaching a maximum. Syed survives, but for a moment he will think that he's missed out on scoring a 6. So with that, the 7 overs is completed. It's 90 without loss, but so far, what an absolute domination with both bat and ball from Kuala Lumpur here. They just need 11 runs, and in the fashion that they're going, they can well and truly get it in this over. That is what we have to wait and see. But what an effort from Kuala Lumpur. Mohammad Fairuz Izwan is handed the ball, and he is up against Syed Aziz. We have to remind our viewers this is a contest for the third place in this tournament. And so far, Kuala Lumpur has been absolutely dominating the proceedings. They have started in absolutely scintillating form with the ball in hand. The performer for them was none other than the young Jashwin Krishnamurthy. His 3.1 overs gone for just 10 runs and has picked up 6 wickets, broke the chase completely. And now, after coming to bat, Syed Aziz, with that single, has picked up another half century. This is a magnificent one. He's gotten it of just 24 deliveries, and he's been the embodiment of power and precision. As always, one more time, he's effortlessly dispatched the bat balls, and sometimes he's been able to place the good ones as well. That's what he does, doesn't he? His footwork, his shot selection, and his fearless intent is always something that we have to just tell our youngsters that is something that they can learn from. He's a captain that has led from the front, and he's really always someone who, if he stays there, will set the tone for his team. So with that, Kuala Lumpur is firmly in control. This is a good over so far, just 2 runs off it. But that one was pitched on the leg side, a low full toss, asking to be hit. Arslan obliges, and now Arslan himself is eyeing another half century. Started off nicely, but that one was a poor one, asking to be hit. And someone who's in such gorgeous form will never miss out on that. Arslan moves on and scores 41 of just 21 deliveries. Now just 5 runs needed. Oh, that's not the best of deliveries we have seen today. Short and wide, and that is cut away nicely. Another razor sharp shot, and Arslan gets that boundary. Kuala Lumpur will just need 1 more run, and Arslan will need a 6 to reach a milestone. Can he get it? Because this match is well and truly over for Johor. Goes for that wild slog, but does not get the connection. So it's a dot. It could change from Fairuz S1. Fairuz has already considered 10 runs in this over, and he has 1 more delivery. Kuala Lumpur just need 1 run, but Arslan will need a 6 to reach a milestone here. So this is the last ball of this over coming in. Oh, that is another big shot attempted. He gets a thick edge. He'll be very disappointed. Would you believe it? Could have closed it nicely, but he was trying to go for his half century, but in the end gets that edge. And Fairuz just has something to smile about. He has bowled well. He's picked up a wicket. He'll be happy that he's just delivered something for his team. So we have to give him credit. He was always aware that the batter is going to go after him and eventually bowled it in an area where the ball was always going away from the left-hander. 8 overs done. It's 100 with the loss of 1 now. And just 1 run will be required. And captain Syed Aziz will be on strike. And here is Tuan Muhammad Fatia. Syed Aziz is on strike. And now we're ready for this match to be almost completed. Here is Syed Aziz, leg spinner, and plays it nicely down the ground. It will be a single. But what a comprehensive performance in the end from Kuala Lumpur to seal this game. They have played with such authority. Johor were batting first and they were dismantled by the magical spell of Jashwin, who finished with an astonishing figure of 6 wickets for just 10 runs. His leg spin was unplayable, and this has actually turned the match on its head, and they've placed Kuala Lumpur in a very commanding position initially. After that, with the bat, Syed Aziz and Arslan turned on their game in absolute style. Syed Aziz finished with 51 of just 25 not out, and he was absolutely well supported by Arslan, scoring 45 of just 24. They've won this match in just 8.1 overs, and they've lost just a single wicket. So it is an absolutely clinical display of power and absolute authority when it comes to domination. The victory is a perfect example of a team performance, and they'll be very happy with it. So with that, Kuala Lumpur have won this match by 9 wickets, and in this MCA Men's T20 Interstate Championship 2025, they have finished in 3rd place. So with that, I'm Abra Hussain. I'll be taking your leave, but we'll be back with live action in the afternoon game, where the very, very dangerous Selangor will be taking on Perak in the final. So a very true and promising contest is lying ahead of us. So with that request for the viewers to join us, I'll be taking your leave. Thank you for staying with us.
Hi, warm welcome and good afternoon to the post-match presentation of MCA Men's T20 Championship Interstate. What a game today. Johor taking on KL for the third and fourth spot game. In toss won by Johor, they wanted to score 200, but not able to do that. 100 all out. And what a bowling by the youngster, Jashwin, 6 wickets. Give him a round of applause first of all. And KL, in the chase, they have won this game by 9 wickets at 8.1 overs. What a tremendous batting by Said Aziz and Arslan. One more time, applause for them. And with that, let me invite Shahadat Ramli, the captain of Johor, to have few words with me. Hi, Shahadat Ramli. This is an important game. You said you wanted to score 200, but what went in actually?
First 6 over we follow wicket. We not get what we want, and then good comeback from Amir Azim and Gulreis. The run rate a bit high, and then Jashwin ball very well, a bit slow and using the pace that trapped all the batsmen. So that's why we like about that.
And this tournament has been fantastic. You reached third and fourth. And what is the one thing you want to take from this tournament? What's the one thing?
Actually, good for our juniors. They're doing a good experience playing with the seniors players, and then I can say that all the players give the best. And then I'm sure that we need to work more harder for the next tournament.
I wish you very good luck for the future tournaments.
Thank you.
And with that, may I invite Said Aziz, the captain of today's game, Kuala Lumpur's captain. They won the third place today. Let me have a few words with them. And previous game was a nail biter that went other way. This is something super special. You won this game in style. What happened inside?
Yeah, look, I think first of all, I think we bowled really well as a unit, and especially Jashwin was showing the class today, coming into bowl for the first time, and picking up 6 wickets is not a small thing to do, and kudos to him. I think we went to bat again, and then we just want to chase it as soon as possible, and I thought Aslan was really helping me out there, and it made the chase easier.
And what the one thing you've taken from this tournament actually overall?
Yeah, look, I think we were picking at the right time, coming into the Super 6 stage. But the small thing that we didn't make it right against against some of the teams in the early stages backfired us. I think that's a take on us. We had to take every game seriously and try to be in the race as much as possible.
A wonderful tournament. It's up and down, but you ended up in style. Wish you good luck for the future tournament.
Thank you.
And thank you so much, Aziz. And that's a wonderful spirit. And with that, there is a Player of the Match award, and is going to be presented by Dr. Faiz, chief guest. May I invite him first? Sir, please here. And along with Mr. Ramesh Menon to announce the Player of the Award. We have 3 nominees here, 3 top performers of today. It starts with Arslan Shabir, 45 of 24. Very good batting. And second one is Said Aziz, who scored 51 of 25 and picked up a wicket. And the Player of the Match goes to anyone? Jashwin. Super bowling. May I please get the award from Dr. Faiz. Thank you, Jashwin. That was a fantastic bowling. Young boy. Long way to go. And another one, thank you, sir. Another one goes from the chief guest, Mr. Ramesh Menon, giving this ball. That is so super special. What a memory for him. Thank you so much, sir, for the honor. Let's have a few words with this youngster. Jashwin, the bowling was amazing. What was in your mind when you came to this game?
Before the match, I was planning out myself that I just have to focus in my line and land. And yep, it happened today.
And what is the one trick you used against the batters who come against you, want to hit you?
Just try bowling the good ball and just focus on your line and land. They'll do the mistake because T20 is a funny game. So mostly bowlers will win the game, not batsmen.
And you won the game for the team actually.
Yeah.
And how happy are you feeling today?
Yeah, I feel great, but we should have become a champion or something. But we managed to get that place, but I'm proud of it also. Yeah.
They're all proud of you, 100%.
Yeah, sure. Thank you.
Thank you so much. Thank you so much. And what a bowler, Jashwin. Everyone remembers your name. Excellent performance today. And we are at the rear end of the game. This is time for the presentation for the third place and fourth place team. And may I invite the chief guest, Dr. Faiz, to present the check 5,000 to Johor, the captain Shahadat Ramli and team. Please collect your check. The fourth place team, excellent performance throughout the tournament, very consistent, quite unlucky to not through this game, but they are very, very good. 5,000 goes to Johor, and here comes, congratulations Johor, and here comes Said Aziz and his team. May I invite him to get 7,500 ringgits for the third place award given by Dr. Faiz. What a proud moment for you guys. They have played beautiful in this competition, very consistent. What a proud moment. Time for them to take a photograph, guys. Thank you so much. Enjoy, guys.